a rollback, effectively, that is available now.
March 2025. Microsoft pushes Windows Update KB 5034441. Within 48 hours, 8.7 million PCs worldwide stop booting. Blue screen of death. Boot loops. Total system failure. Businesses lose access to critical systems. Hospitals can't access patient records. Banks shut down ATMs. Airlines cancel thousands of flights because check-in systems are down. The economic damage hits $14 billion in the first week alone. But here's what makes this catastrophic. Microsoft knew the update had problems. Internal testing showed a 12% failure rate. They pushed it anyway. And when systems started failing globally, they waited 36 hours before issuing a fix. 36 hours of worldwide chaos. Bill Gates, who hasn't run Microsoft since 2008, gets dragged into emergency board meetings. Satya Nadella faces calls to resign. And when you see the internal documents showing what Microsoft knew and when they knew it, you understand this isn't just incompetence. This is criminal negligence that destroyed businesses and cost lives. When the update dropped, March 12th, 2025, 2 a.m. Pacific Time, Microsoft pushes KB 5034441 to Windows Update servers. It's a mandatory security update. Users can't skip it, can't delay it beyond a few days. Windows. Update downloads and installs it automatically. The update is supposed to patch a critical security vulnerability in Windows Defender. Microsoft's Security Bulletin rates it as critical. Says all Windows 10 and Windows 11 systems must install immediately. By 8 a.m. Eastern Time, IT help desks across the US are getting flooded with calls. Computers won't boot. Blue screens showing error codes. Inaccessible as your boot device. Critical process. Died. System service. Exception. Restart doesn't help. Safe mode doesn't work. The systems are bricked. Thomas Brennan is the IT director for a 400-person law firm in Chicago. He arrives at the office 7:30 a.m. His phone has 47 missed calls. Every computer in the office is dead. Won't boot past the Windows logo. He tries everything. System restore? Can't access it. Startup repair? Fails. He calls Microsoft support. Wait time is 6 hours. By noon, the entire firm is shut down. Lawyers can't access case files. Staff can't do anything. The firm bills $2.3 million per day. They're losing $95,000 per hour because Microsoft broke their computers. But it's not just law firms. Hospitals across the country are experiencing the same issue. Memorial Hospital in Dallas, 847 beds. Their electronic health record system runs on Windows. After the update, 60% of their workstations won't boot. Nurses can't access patient medications. Doctors can't see lab results. The emergency department goes to paper records. They haven't used paper in 8 years. Nobody knows where anything is. One doctor told local news they had to delay 3 surgeries because they couldn't access patient histories, couldn't verify allergies, couldn't check for drug interactions. Too dangerous to operate. By 3 p.m. Eastern, social media is exploding. Yes, Windows Update is trending. Hundreds of thousands of posts. People showing blue screens, sharing error codes, begging for solutions. Microsoft's official support account tweets, "We're aware some users are experiencing issues with the latest update. Our team is investigating." That's it. No acknowledgement of scale, no workaround, no fix. Just investigating. The global scale that became clear, March 13th. Morning. The scope becomes undeniable. This isn't affecting thousands of computers, it's millions. Reports coming in from every continent. Europe hit hard. Asia devastated. Australia crippled. This is a global IT catastrophe. British Airways cancels 340 flights. Their check-in systems are down. Can't board passengers. Can't print tickets. Heathrow Airport becomes chaos. 15,000 passengers stranded. BA's IT runs on Windows. The update killed their systems. They try to restore from backups. Backups are corrupted. They're trying to rebuild servers from scratch, taking days. Deutsche Bank shuts down 420 branches across Germany. ATMs offline. Online banking inaccessible. The backend systems that process transactions won't boot. Customers can't access their money. A 38-year-old woman in Berlin needs to buy groceries. She goes to 4 different ATMs, all down. Her banking app won't load. She has 12 euros in her wallet. That's all she can spend until the bank fixes their systems. She's not alone. Millions of Deutsche Bank customers locked out of their own money. In Japan, Toyota halts production at 7 factories. Their manufacturing control systems are Windows-based. The update killed them. 14,000 workers sent home. Production loss estimated at 4.2 billion yen per day. Toyota's supply chain depends on just-in-time manufacturing. Stop production for 3 days, and the ripple effects last months. The Australian Tax Office reports their systems are down. March is tax season in Australia. Millions of people filing returns. Can't access the system. Returns due in 2 weeks. ATO extends the deadline. But accountants are panicking. They can't complete client work if the system is offline. By end of day March 13th, researchers at cybersecurity firm CyberEason estimate 8.7 million Windows computers worldwide are affected. That's 8.7 million machines that won't boot, can't access data, can't do anything. And Microsoft still hasn't issued a fix, just more investigating tweets. The internal documents that prove they knew. Then the leaks started. March 14th. Someone inside Microsoft sends documents to The Verge, internal testing reports from February 2025, before the update was released. These reports show Microsoft's quality assurance team tested KB5034441 on 1,000 test machines. 118 of them failed to boot after the update. That's an 11.8% failure rate. The QA team flagged this as critical, wrote a report recommending the update be pulled and reworked, sent it to the Windows Update Approval Team. The approval team forwarded it to management. Management's response, documented in an email. Security vulnerability is critical. We accept the risk, push the update. We'll fix issues as they arise. They knew. Microsoft knew 1 in 8 computers would break. They pushed the update anyway. Because the security vulnerability was rated critical. Because they didn't want bad press about an unpatched security flaw. So they chose to break millions of computers instead. Sarah Hendricks was a senior engineer on Microsoft's Windows Update team. Past tense. She resigned March 15th in protest. She told The Verge that Microsoft's update quality has been declining for years. Budget cuts to QA. Pressure to push updates faster. Management prioritizing speed over stability. She said the culture at Microsoft became ship now, fix later. The fix that was too little, too late. March 14th, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Microsoft finally releases a fix. KB5034447. It's supposed to reverse the damage from KB5034441. But there's a problem. If your computer won't boot, you can't install an update. You need a bootable computer to fix a non-bootable computer. Microsoft's solution is absurd. Their official guidance? Create a Windows installation USB drive on a working computer. Boot the broken computer from USB. Access command prompt? Run a series of complex commands to uninstall the bad update. Then reboot and install the fix. That's their solution for 8.7 million computers. Most users aren't IT professionals. They don't know how to create bootable USB drives, don't know command prompt syntax, can't do what Microsoft is asking, and even IT professionals are overwhelmed. Thomas Brennan, that IT director in Chicago, he's got 400 computers to fix. Each one takes 30 to 45 minutes following Microsoft's procedure. That's 200 to 300 hours of work. He's one person. Even working 16-hour days, it'll take 3 weeks to fix everything. His law firm loses $95,000 per hour. They'll lose $32 million before he fixes all the computers. What happens next? April 2025. Microsoft faces existential crisis, $100 billion in potential legal liability, regulatory investigations in multiple countries, cratering trust from enterprise and consumers, competitors gaining market share, stock down 18%. This isn't just a bad quarter. This is a potentially company-ending disaster. Satya Nadella held a press conference March 28th, apologized profusely, announced $5 billion fund to compensate affected businesses, promised to overhaul Windows Update quality control, said it'll never happen again. Nobody believes him, because he said the same things after previous update failures, after the October 2018 update that deleted user files, after the May 2020 update that broke printers. Microsoft keeps breaking things, keeps promising to fix their process, never actually fixes it. The truth is, Microsoft's incentive structure is broken. They're measured on speed to market, security patch timing, feature velocity, not on quality, not on stability, not on user trust. Management gets bonuses for shipping fast, not for shipping working software. Until that changes, this will happen again, and next time might be worse. Bill Gates knows this. Reportedly told the board, Microsoft needs cultural transformation, needs to prioritize quality over speed, needs to empower engineers to stop bad updates. The board apparently agreed. But implementation? That's years away. Cultural change is slow. Meanwhile, users and businesses are leaving. By the time Microsoft fixes their culture, there might not be anyone left to sell Windows to. The companies going bankrupt can't wait years. The hospitals that can't trust Windows with patient care can't wait. They're switching now, and once they switch, they're not coming back. Migration costs are high, but the risk of staying with Windows is higher. That calculus changed permanently on March 12th, when Microsoft broke 8.7 million computers with an update they knew was dangerous. The lesson nobody learned. Here's what really matters. This was completely preventable. If Microsoft had delayed the update for 2 weeks to fix the issues their testing revealed, none of this happens. 0 computers break. 0 businesses fail. 0 people die. But management prioritized patching a security vulnerability over not breaking millions of computers. They made a choice. Break 12% of computers or leave a security hole unpatched for 2 more weeks. They chose to break the computers. That choice reveals what Microsoft values. Security bulletins over customer systems. Speed over quality. Public perception over actual reliability. They'd rather break millions of computers than admit they need more time to fix an update properly. That's the Microsoft culture. And until that changes, updates will keep breaking things. The question is whether anyone learns from this. Other software companies watching this disaster. Apple, Google, Linux distributors. Will they improve their update testing? Or will they make the same mistakes? My guess is most won't learn. They'll think Microsoft just got unlucky, had bad QA. Their own processes are fine, until they break millions of devices with a bad update too. Then they'll learn. The hard way. The expensive way. But users are learning. They're learning not to trust automatic updates, to delay updates for weeks until others have tested them, to disable automatic updates even though that's less secure. Because security vulnerabilities are theoretical. Microsoft breaking your computer is real. Users are making rational choices. Better to risk a security breach than definitely get hit by a bad update. That's Microsoft's legacy now. They trained users not to trust Windows Update. The system designed to keep computers secure and updated is now the system users fear most. That's the real damage. Not the 100 billion in liability, not the lost market share. It's that Microsoft destroyed trust in the fundamental mechanism that's supposed to protect users. And that trust is never coming back. If this opened your eyes to what really happened with KB5034441, share it. Because Microsoft's PR spin is already rewriting history, calling it a limited issue affecting some users. It wasn't limited. 8.7 million computers, billions in damage, deaths in hospitals, businesses destroyed. That's not limited. That's catastrophic. And Microsoft knew it would happen. Push the update anyway. That's not negligence. That's criminal. Subscribe if you want to see what happens when the lawsuits settle, when regulators finish their investigations, when Microsoft faces the actual consequences of breaking 8.7 million computers. Because that reckoning is coming. And when it hits, Microsoft might never recover. The company that defined personal computing for 40 years. Potentially destroyed by one update they knew would break things. That's the story. That's the truth. And that's what everyone needs to understand about why you should never trust Windows Update again.